Comic Army. Happy New Comic Book Day. It was an expensive one, I'll be honest. And so much stuff going on. Spider-Man, all the Spider titles, Venom showing up, Image going deep with Spawn and do a power bomb, and DC kind of taking the focus away from Batman for 1 week. And they're celebrating the death of Superman 30 years later. I do find it kind of weird, I'll be honest, that they're celebrating the death of Superman. I made the joke a little while ago. What's next? They're going to celebrate the breaking of the Bat's back. You know, what Bane did after they saw the monetary return on what they did, what Louise Simonson, the mastermind, did with killing Superman, and the money that poured in for that. They decided to mess up Batman. They broke his back and put Azrael in as the Cape Crusader for a little bit of time, and just really up the ante by having Bane become like an A-list villain, basically out of nowhere. It's just kind of weird. I'm sure there's going to be some fantastic storytelling in and around this event with Doombreaker and Kal-El returning to the planet Earth away from Warworld, where he was dealing with the new Mongol there for a while. I just find it kind of weird. They're celebrating the death of Superman 30 years later, as opposed to 5 years ago when it would have been 25 years. Anyways, let's bring in the chat. It's Jim, it's Rob, and it's Gary B. Gentlemen,
it's all about the money.
I was getting ready to say they didn't need the money 5 years ago. They need it now.
Well, they did then too. The problem is they just kept for the last 5 years. They've just been a turnover and probably never could get their act together.
Right.
Yeah, they definitely seem to be skating on thick ice. But so DC is definitely in better. I think we all would agree DC's in better shape than what they were, say, 3 years ago, before going into COVID, because they had that whole wipeout. They canceled a bunch of titles, and Infinite Frontier came in, and they kind of got their feet under their legs, and then started pushing the Suicide Squad for a while. They were the backbone of the continuity, and then Tynan's run on Batman came to an end, and
it was almost like the purge in the 70s when they just dropped a bunch of titles that had just started and decided to reboot.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing you have to remember about this too is 5 years ago you were in the New 52.
Right.
Yeah. We were still dealing with
so they
New
were
52.
Completely rewriting Superman's history and everybody's stuff again. So it was like, why are you going to bring attention to this now? At least under their Infinite Frontier, hey, everything happened, so now we can talk about it again.
That's
right. So the whole Doomsday Clock thing is now finished, and now the characters that we're dealing with are the same ones that we had in the 80s and the 90s. So the Kal-El that died at the hands of Doomsday 30 years ago is the same Kal-El that we have right now. Apparently. But I'm hoping that it's good storytelling. I've really been enjoying Superman. I've really been enjoying Action Comics. I believe it's Philip Kennedy Johnson that's at the helm of that one. And he's really tugging on the heartstrings of Kal-El, the father. And for those of us that have children, you can understand that you always want to see when your child grows up, you want to see them step up, take those first steps onto their own to become a man or a woman. And DC's really been playing that part where Jonathan Kent is now his own Superman. And the whole removal of Kal-El and putting him in Warworld gave the readers an opportunity to watch Jonathan Kent become his own Superman, and like I said earlier, get his own feet under his legs too. And they played up the whole sexual identity for a little bit of time there, but to me that was a little bit of a secondary story to what was essentially going on in that title. But like I said at the top of the show, guys, I'm kind of happy that it's not a bat heavy week. Out of DC, they kind of shifted the focus away from Batman.
After last week, how could you have it be any more bat heavy this week?
But there were, let's be honest, there were some bat.
It's never a bat heavy weekend.
I did pick up a bat book, but Marvel outdid Batman or DC this week with their franchise character. There was a lot more Spider titles than there were Bat titles this week. But any other given week, let's be honest, Batman outperformed Spider-Man when it comes to titles.
Right, and Joker's getting there now too. Now they keep giving Joker new miniseries all the time.
Right.
It's like overkill.
Everybody's lining up. They want to write a villain miniseries. So
sure.
Yeah.
Well,
Sure.
your time to shine with Paste Pot Pete, Rob.
Oh, well, he's gonna do a
Kangaroo
crossover.
Man.
Yeah.
He's gonna hook up the deal with Condiment Man. Yeah.
It's funny you said that, Gary. Like let's just talk about that for a second. If we were to do a year-end show right now and talk about our 3 favorite titles, or say our 3 favorite miniseries that showed up this week or this year. Hello, Chip. One of my 3 would be Poison Ivy, and Poison Ivy, as we know, is an A-list villain in the DC universe, and her miniseries. If you haven't been picking up and reading it, well, this is one of those moments where I'm going to say you're kind of missing out. You may not want to go back and pick up the issues. At least consider picking up the trade paperback because it is really, really good. And like just to touch on what Gary said, like a lot of people want to write villains. Sometimes it works out. And like I said, right now, Poison Ivy would be in my top 3 for miniseries for 2022. And then like Venom, would you call Venom a villain at this point anymore?
He hasn't been a villain for a while now. I mean,
He's more anti-villain.
Yeah, like the whole lethal protector thing kind of canceled that in the early 90s.
He's
I
too
guess.
angsty now to be a villain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Let's change the view for a sec. There we go.
I wasn't
All right.
sure if you wanted to do that.
Yeah,
So
just
Stream will
when
not
it-
get canceled now. We have Mr. StreamYard with us.
That's right. Hi, Chip.
Hi, Chip.
Hi, Chip.
So Chip, why is there a number? Are you planning on a sequel when it comes to your handle there?
White Shadow 1.
Because White Shadow's taken.
Who
Oh,
would do such?
this is the you're talking about from the new.
Yeah, the YouTube thing. So
Got it.
yeah, so like if you go to my channel, it's actually White Shadow 1 and not just White Shadow. Although you go to White Shadow and nothing shows up, so it's like someone squatting on it. Or
Oh, I thought this was like maybe this had to do with the new handles or something.
It is actually. If we did
Oh.
that at White Shadow 1, it would go to me.
Hmm.
The handle.
Yeah, no, I did that because I changed it. I kept my channel still Fat Stax Comics, but the
Yeah.
handle is just the at robs.fatstack. So it's the same across there and Instagram and whatever else. It's
I went to try it, but YouTube wouldn't let me do it, saying that's not it's not available right now to create handles. And I was
they're doing it.
I was kind of panicking because I do have someone that likes to use this.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's going in phases. So
Yeah. I'm gonna have to pay attention and try and jump on that train when it comes.
Well,
rolling into
typically,
town.
if you already have the Comic Vet as
Mhm.
your channel name, like did you already create a custom name?
What do you mean a custom name?
You know, like if you go to / like you go to YouTube /C/ the Comic Vet, it should go to your channel. You haven't done it because I actually, if you go to your channel, because I highlighted you this morning. And actually,
yeah, no, he doesn't because it's so annoying.
Yeah,
because you always have to.
Because it's like XY64279,
and it's long.
I know I haven't.
And when you copy and paste that long, sometimes it cuts off in the description and it doesn't work. So that's why, like when you look at Only Slabs, the descriptions, he's got a tiny URL that links to his thing because I had to give him a tiny CC link to his YouTube, so that way the description.
Don't let Rob call your link tiny, Chris. That's
No,
just
he's just saying that
that's
all over the
all
YouTube.
I heard was it was so big he had to do something
tiny
to make
URL
it tiny to
shamer.
make it work.
Right. It was so big and long that
in order to accommodate
pour
him, I had to
water
chop
on
it
that
down.
sucker
Exactly.
to shrink it down a little bit.
You got to put a new wheel on the wheelbarrow, then I can cart it around some more.
Yeah. Both
ain't
you,
easy
Digger
being
Jim, and
me.
you guys need to change your
Get with the
names.
times.
But
Get hip.
I'm Digger Jim. What do you want? I mean, I'll get my brother to do it. He's tech savvy.
I got a notification for it. I haven't looked into how to do it. I'm like,
Well,
do I
the
really
handles
need
was
it?
one
Do I
thing.
really need it?
We're talking about right now is so you can customize your channel's URL, right?
Okay.
Is what Chip's talking about. And if you have that customized URL, then by default, that becomes your handle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah.
Chris, I mean, Chip, you'll have to teach me that, buddy.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I'll bet
Chip,
you.
Chip, stick
Figures
around.
and
We have to
everything.
talk backstage when you have you walking
That's
through.
not a problem. I'll walk you guys through it. It's easy.
Okay.
Okay,
I
about
thought
comics
maybe
today,
I thought
though.
maybe it was just
As
a
long as we don't
Canadian
talk
thing
about
being
Beast
denied.
Wars.
Let's ask TM. Oh,
The comic
Travis, my
vet
man.
tutorial Wednesday.
Rob.
Leave Travis alone.
What's up, man?
He was going to talk about Beast Wars, so
No.
Stuck in that
How's it
time.
going, my man?
It's going pretty good.
Good, good. All right, let's just say, now that we have a little bit of a fuller panel, let's just quickly say hello to the chat. Les Crucius, 1971, my man. Happy New Comic Book Day. El Green Machine, hope that you're doing well. Thank you for all the comments that you've been putting on my channel lately. I appreciate it. Dope Comics, what up, my man?
Nope.
And TW, he's lurking and twerking tonight. My video review is still processing, and I haven't started uploading it yet. That's all good. And
pretty soon, Chip. Pretty soon. They did
Dope.
announce that hats are now coming to the merch to
That's
the
quite sick.
yeah.
That's good.
Dope is saying that he wanted a polka dot mini series, and I'm not kidding. Well, after the Suicide Squad, I'm kind of surprised DC didn't do something a little bit
Yeah.
more with that character.
Yeah.
And White Shadow won, as in victory. Roscoe, my man, hope that you're doing well.
What's going on, Roscoe?
Stay safe, Roscoe. There's a storm heading towards Florida.
Yeah, it keeps flip flopping. Tropical storm, hurricane 1. Tropical storm, hurricane 1.
Is
Make
that
up
the
your
one that I
mind.
heard was coming out of the Bahamas?
Mhm.
Okay.
Does Florida
Yeah.
even care about a hurricane, a category 1 anymore?
Not
I'm
as
just
much.
curious. I'm honestly
Yeah.
curious because
It-
Just a windy.
here in earthquake country, like people get all freaky about certain things, but where I live, if it's not a 5.0 or higher, I don't even freaking want to hear about it because we're so used to them and everything else. It doesn't matter. But
yeah.
so I'm just wondering if
Yeah.
if you're in hurricane country, a category 1, you just kind of go, please,
As someone
let's
that
go
Like
fly a
yawn.
kite.
Let's
go fly a
Oh, that's
kite.
so nice. Let's
As
go
someone
fly.
that lives in the northern middle part of the continent, everything you guys are talking about scares the shit out of me.
Right. That's all right.
Hurricanes and earthquakes. I have
You know what
no
scares
idea
the
what
shit
none
out
of
of
this
me
is like, and I
is-
don't want to know.
3 meters of snow overnight scares the shit
Right.
out of me.
Now, see,
There you
that's-
go.
Oh,
Now we can
no,
talk
that's
about
awesome.
snow, and
That's
It doesn't
blizzard.
scare
Yeah,
me.
you
I just
don't
look
even-
at it and go, damn.
You don't even get it that bad. Like
Yeah.
here on the island, because we're so close to the ocean, we get snow
Oh,
drifts, and they
Right.
cancel schools so much because like sometimes we can't leave our front doors because we have to shovel ourselves out.
Yeah,
I don't know what
he's
you're
right.
talking
He's
about.
right. PEI
What's snow?
in the Maritimes in Canada, they get considerably
Oh, that's
harder
what we
winters
drive
than we do.
hours to go to, so we can go
Yeah.
ski for the weekend.
yes.
And
Screw
then we
you,
come,
Ed.
and then we come back
Mm,
back
I
home,
hate
and,
snow.
and then we drive it,
Yeah, so do I.
drive 40 minutes to the beach to go surf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you can
Uh,
surf and snow ski in the same day.
TW is saying Snow is
Canadian
just a
rapper.
Canadian rapper. You know what the interesting thing is about Snow the rapper? He
Informer.
had his first album, and he actually called it 12 Inches of Snow.
Yep.
Fact. But yeah, the snow, the older I get, the more I hate it. I hate driving in it. Like I literally look outside and it makes me want to throw up. It's I don't Gary's not that far from me, so I'm sure if I get nailed, Gary's either just got it or is about to get it when it comes to blizzards
Right.
or hard,
Oh, you guys
hard
get it
snowstorms.
together, huh?
It's true.
So-
And
no,
then-
jealousy's
and
an
then
ugly animal, Rob.
Travis
It doesn't
here
look
gets
good
it
on you.
about a day later.
What, eh?
I don't need anybody giving me 12 inches.
Yeah. Roscoe's up in the game saying, "Yes, Rob, all hurricanes suck because a tornado can form out of them," which
it's
happened
true.
twice this year.
Yeah.
That's interesting because I don't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't get hurricanes on the West Coast. At least not long. We had one this year. Is the first time I've ever heard of one coming, and it hit like came across Mexico, Baja, California, and so it spilled. So like LA got damp, but
Yeah.
it's like they just don't come up yet. The biggest thing we have to deal with, like I said, are earthquakes, or maybe we get tidal wave warnings, but nothing ever comes from them. I always am afraid of an actual tidal wave, just because like what happens is some earthquake happens in the Pacific or a volcano erupts, and they sit there and say, "Oh, hey, there's a tidal wave warning. Get away from the coast." And then you go out and you see as the tidal wave comes in, and it's like, the boats are kind of going like this a little bit because the water's gone up an extra 2 feet.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow, that's what I'm afraid of.
But now you just put it out into the universe, so now you're gonna get hit with a hurricane now.
Right.
Well, it's like, a
hurricane. That'd be a hurricane wouldn't hit where I'm at, simply just because of there's coastal mountains. So the California coast up north, the beach and area, the flat area is very, very only a couple kilometers wide, to put it into your term. And then you have the mountains,
right?
And then you have it comes down into the valley where I'm at on the side. So the hurricane gets diverted by the mountains, just like most storm fronts do, or the ocean side facing mountains take up just like all the water. So I'm in the rain shadow of the Cascade Mountains. So we only get annually about 14 inches of rain a year here. So
Michael, Chip's long lost cousin, Rain Shadow.
Yeah, exactly.
Eli, hope that you're doing well. In California used to be an island. All I know is when I say the word California, I like saying they know how to party right behind it. But it's enough topical geography and weather alerts. Let's get into New Comic Book Day, and I'm kind of sure that at least half of you, like me, end up spending a lot of money this week. Marvel and DC hit pretty hard, and the indies came out firing too.
Affordable.
Yeah, I went a little overboard. I went a little overboard with the franchise. I'm going to go first here. All right. It's not the biggest stack, but this is it. And to talk about Retro Rocket, my LCS, which is located in Cambridge, Ontario, again, about 75, 80 kilometers or 55 miles due west of Toronto. If you ever make your way into Ontario, make sure that you check out Chris and his lovely wife, Kelly. This week, you can put that back up. This weekend, Chris is actually hoping to do a soft opening for his store. He invited me in today, and I was taking a look. He's got the footprint all set up. Right now, he's just kind of swamped in boxes, but he's got a lot of the toys on the wall. He's got his children's books area set up. He's got the manga stuff set up. In the back, he's got all the New Comic Book Day books all set up in what's going to be their home. And it's looking really well. He's got one more wall that he's got to properly shelve, and on that wall is going to be going some of those big time slabs and wall books. So we're hoping, he's hoping that this weekend is going to be a soft opening, and by the end of the month, he's going to have his big grand opening. And when that happens, him and I quietly discussed today that I may go live from his shop to show everyone what it looks like. And so everyone gets a flavor of what Retro Rocket actually is.
I was just going to ask you if you were doing a tour.
Yeah.
So I may do like a tour kind of thing and upload the video into StreamYard here. Chip, you're gonna have to help me. And then from there, I'll if it's okay with him, when it comes time for the grand opening, go live at least for half an hour or an hour and just show everyone, the festivities that's going to be happening that day and a tour of the shop.
I'm sure businesses generally hate free publicity.
They do. They totally do.
Yeah.
So all right, let's get an online presence. Like, do they sell online as well?
No, he does have an active website. Yes, I believe he does do some sales from it. He also has an active Instagram account that I believe his wife usually handles when it comes to promoting stuff that's going to be happening in the shop, stuff that's on sale, and New Comic Book Day and New Comic Book Day books. And but yeah, let's get into this Fat Stax.
Now, did you have to go down a dark alley again and get passed off to exchange money with somebody?
No, I had to knock on a locked door. And
okay. You had to give the password?
Yeah, no password. He recognized me.
Jim sent me. All right.
All right. So I'm going to start with the franchise like I always do. And I see Brian LCS is hanging out in the chat right now, and I'm sure he would agree with me that this second arc of The Amazing Spider-Man featuring a pair of hobgoblins has been a nice turnaround from what the first arc was. I'm hoping that going into Dark Web, that it continues that same style of writing where it's just a nice buildup of kind of putting Peter back up onto his 2 feet, and we still haven't found out what necessarily happened to Peter during that transition time from the last volume to this one. I picked up the local comic shop day exclusive cover of it, and I'm not sure if this book was released or not, but Chris let me have it. And how cool is it to have Spider-Man give you a fist pump as you're driving and he's web swinging by?
That's cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm not sure who did this cover, but yeah, he's obviously fist pumping a Manhattan cabbie, and there's a school bus with kids in the background, all excited to see Spider-Man going by. Yeah, it's one
Does
of the
it say
better
local
covers.
comic shop?
Yep, local comic shop day. Here, I'll give that one more.
Cool. All right.
Nice.
I also had to pick up the
The
variant
cover
cover.
was Francisco Mobili.
The LCS Day book.
Yes.
Yeah. I also had to pick up because the old heartstrings got tugged on what I feel is the best Spider-Man story ever written. But this is an homage to the death of Kraven. And this is Spider-Man 13. It says Beyond Amazing. But yeah, so this is, I believe, it's the fourth cover of the 6 for that saga. And I believe that this issue is actually called Resurrection when it comes to the death of Kraven. And it's cool. So whenever you see a book and usually they're talking about Kraven, or they're kind of homaging that, always take a look for that cross above that tombstone, and you'll know that they're generally talking about Kraven's Last Hunt. Like I said, there was quite a few Spider titles. Also got this one, Spider-Man 2, the local comic shop day cover as well, featuring Miles.
Oh.
And look at Miles on top of a basketball net there. Yeah. Zach, hope that you're doing well, my man. This is Spider-Man 1, The Lost Hunt. Again, with Kraven in the background. If you see that type of cross on top of the tombstone, they're paying a quiet homage to that story that was told back in the late 80s. But I kind of feel like Spider-Man's got a real long arm there. Look,
I really like that cover.
I like that cover too.
Yeah.
I'm more liking the Kraven in the background than I am.
Yeah, I like Kraven in the background. The cross is off kilter, as well as the arm.
Yeah, this is a Ryan Brown cover, by the way.
Maybe he dislocated his spider shoulder and he's like, drooping down a little bit. Yeah.
He merged with
incredibly painful. Incredibly painful. The Master returned this week, and Alex Ross did the cover Fantastic Four #1. I believe this is a story that's focused around Ben Grimm and Alicia Masters. Something terrible has happened in New York City, causing Ben and Alicia to go out on their own, and they kind of go to a part of the country where they kind of get stuck in what I'm understanding is a time loop, similar to Bill Murray's Groundhog Day. So we'll find out if this is a good book or not.
Is that a mini series or an ongoing?
I believe this is the new volume for an ongoing.
Okay. Don't drive angry.
Yeah. In for a penny, in for a pound. This is Venom 13. I might as well just write out the whole volume at this point.
I dropped that penny a long time ago.
Yeah. I actually enjoyed the last issue #1 of Star Wars: The High Republic, so I'm going in on issue #2. It's been a while since I've read a Star Wars volume from beginning to end that wasn't a Darth Vader title. So I'm hoping that this one continues off the strength of the last one.
Yeah.
My man Ken Lashley did the cover for Black Panther 1 Unconquered. So I do enjoy Black Panther, so I'll give this a read. But I gotta admit, I picked this up just because it's Ken's work.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
They didn't have that. I have to look for that. I'd have gotten that myself.
And El Crudo, thanks for joining us. On to Indies. This is issue 335 of Todd McFarlane-less Spawn. They've been doing some fantastic covers for the Carlo Barbieri, yeah, and Rory McConville creative team work. It's been mostly painted covers over the last little bit, but this is a nice return to some pencil work.
Very cool.
It almost looks like a Marvel Masterpiece card.
Yeah, like a Just Go work.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
yeah, it has that flavor. Now, I talked earlier about Poison Ivy would probably be one of my top 3 miniseries for 2022. This is also going to be in that one. This is Do a Powerbomb 6. I believe there's one more issue to go. A little bit of a Black Adam pose there on the cover, but Do a Powerbomb. I know everyone basically has been reading it. If you haven't been reading it, you are missing out.
I am.
It's true. A book that I pick up every month just because it's just a fun read. This is Wonder Woman 793.
That's one of the better covers lately because the covers went through a little after Middleton stopped. All of a sudden, they went through a little rough patch.
Yeah. Now the storytelling has actually been really good at from Becky Cloonan at that for the last 10 to 15 issues. It's just good storytelling. It's just her and outside of the Justice League, outside of the JSA, and it's just a story focused on her, primarily kind of her private life as well, similar to what Marvel's been doing now with Captain America and the Sentinel of Liberty, taking Steve Rogers back to Manhattan, back to the island of Manhattan, and having him live outside of being Captain America, and kind of deconstructing Steve Rogers and putting him back into public without the suit. And Wonder Woman, obviously, they haven't done to that point, but it's a good part of her dealing with her personal life. I'm sure a lot of you picked this up. New Golden Age, full of first appearances for Our Times from characters that were in the Golden Age, Atomic and Subatomic. It's a one shot. Mm-hmm. There's a certain YouTube channel that's going crazy over that book. I did pick up a Bat title. It's Batman Incorporated issue 2. This has a couple of first appearances. Speckity Speck.
I'm kind of enjoying that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I did participate in the death of Superman, I'll be honest. But I went with this particular cover.
Mm-hmm.
And when I first saw the solicitation for this, I thought it was just Doombreaker, just kind of striking a pose. I didn't realize that he's literally squashing the Man of Steel there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's not cool, man. You don't do that to Superman. But anyways, yeah, that was
he'll bounce back.
Yeah. Can't keep a good man down.
You can't do it. Can't do it.
Yeah, it's that was my new comic book day. I got a lot of reading in my future, and check out Legion of Comics Sunday night for At Week's End. I'm going to try and make an appearance on there and talk about all those books that I just just picked up. And Speak of the Devil.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes. No. I got lots of love for you. All right. I believe Jim was second to backstage. Jim, my man, show us what you got.
Yeah. Okay. Some of these might be from a week that I missed or whatever, because I got the facility, and I'm trying to collect all the facilities, and that's one of them I got.
I'm so happy that DC is doing them now.
Well, and they've done them. That was so that book they did a facsimile on it 2 years ago,
right,
in 2020, and now they've just brought back another facsimile of it 2 years later.
Yeah, I missed the first one, so I'm getting this one.
So are you saying it's potentially a second printing?
Yeah,
it's a second printing facsimile. Yes,
I'm digging this. I'm digging Batman Incorporated. I like the fact that all these guys have to work to their strengths. Without Batman, it's sort of like, what would Batman do in this scenario? But more than anything, it's
John. Happy New Comic Book Day.
Ghost, Ghostmaker, just kind of leading the charge.
Have a nice evening, Mark. Thanks for dropping by, my man.
Bye, Mark. This right here, incredible read. Jed McKay he's writing Moon Knight the way it should be. I just finished reading this before I got on, and I'm like, damn, they'd have made a show like this on Disney, oh, you guys would have been all over it. I'm just like, I mean, the whole book is like,
you know, Jim, not to cut you off, but it's funny. Like you said that, and I spoke to TJ, and we all know TJ is Flash by Night, and he's one of the biggest Moon Knight fans that I know of. But he's also honest about it. Like he said, the last volume was okay. This one is terrific. But then he went out and said, this could be the best stuff Marvel's putting out right now. And by what everyone says about this particular volume, it's hard to argue because Jen McKay is a great writer, regardless if he's doing Moon Knight or if he's doing one of the Spider titles. He is a fantastic writer.
He is absolutely killing this, and he's making Moon Knight the way he's supposed to. I mean, Moon Knight's supposed to be feared. Yeah. He's Batman-esque in that respect. And this one, I read it and was like, man, if they'd have just made that the TV show, hurrah. Nice House on the Lake, because I want to keep reading it. I got just this cover of The Death of the Polybag one, but I think I'm going to go back and get the one you got, Chris, because I almost grabbed that one. But
I want to get that. I got that one, and I kind of want to get that one where he's standing like in like you just see the shadow of him, and then you see Superman floating right there, like the back of Superman. I want that one too.
Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking of getting that one too.
Let me ask you guys a question though. With the Death of Superman being celebrated right now, do you think they're going to bring back all those ancillary characters like Steel and stuff?
Ooh, well, Steel is still around. Like Steel actually is the main character.
Relaunch.
Yeah, like Steel's the main character right now in DC versus Vampires, but that is away from continuity. I kind of like the idea of Steel coming back with his own title. Marcus, my man.
I think it would happen because he like more people know him now from being on Superman and Lois. And like I see him come back. He's a really cool character, and I don't see any reason why they wouldn't bring him back.
Yeah, he could do his. I mean, he might be able to. I don't know if he had his own title. Maybe we'll see. I got this as well. Can't wait to read it. Dark Crisis. I just thought this was a cool cover.
Well, that is a nice cover.
That's cool.
This was last week, and I said I didn't want to get it last week, but I put it in my box, and this is TM.
Yes.
So, did you get this, TM?
I sure did.
Yeah, that's a Dark Horse book. Yeah,
so,
he was rolling.
Right. I started reading it, and then I had to get on here, and I was like, I'll read the rest of it later.
Yeah, Kevin Smith was in Toronto a couple of weeks ago, plugging that book when it got dropped, and also plugging Clerks 3. But
that's the first I've heard of that book. I'll have to look for it now.
Okay.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, it's under his new publication called Secret Stash Press, and like Masquerade is also through that as well.
Right.
Electric Blue, Super Duper Man.
Do a Powerbomb number 5, which I missed, and they had a copy, so I picked that up, and then I picked up the other. It just looks like they're super plexing pretzel that dude, man. I mean, they got him by the short hairs. Just I liked it. I liked it more. The last book I got is I was looking to get Old Dog, the one that Chris had referred to me to read, and they didn't have any copies. I'm going to go to the other LCS and see if they have it. So I said, I need another indie to read. I'm trying to expand and keep reading different ones. So I got this one.
Ooh, Specs.
It's kind of, I think maybe it's like We Live. I don't know. From the
They Live.
An exact homage to the We Live poster.
They Live.
They Live. I keep seeing it.
They
Live. Yeah. Isn't it? Isn't that look cool?
It's totally an homage to it. Yeah, it's an homage to Piper.
Yeah. I'm gonna read it and see what it's like. But that's the first issue that came out. That's all I got. I didn't go buck wild crazy. I don't read the franchise.
Sorry.
It's okay.
All right.
You read it for me.
It's one of the few books I actually read.
Yeah.
Show us what you got, Rob.
Oh, so yeah, the franchise.
Speaking of franchise.
Yeah, exactly. So I actually am caught up on that one, so that's nice. That being, of course, had to get the LCS Day pickup.
Louis was saying that They Live was his first movie in movie theaters. He was 7. You have cool parents, man.
No
To take you to a John Carpenter movie for your first movie. Good for you.
Wow.
Spider-Man issue 2.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a nice cover.
Yeah.
Like Chris, I'm behind on this. I haven't read the last 4 issues, but I heard that there's some shift in what's going on, but I not heard if it's good or not. The High Republic, yeah.
Rob, did you get through the first issue yet?
Yes, I did.
What did you think of it?
I was interested that they're going to Jeddah and having this dude be kind of something going on with him. So be interesting to see. Of course, this is the 1 in 25.
Very nice.
So this is the High Republic Volume 2, number 1 and 2.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's basically like the same era. It's just a different set of Jedis. So yeah, I already have this, but I decided to pick one of them up for myself, so I can have two facsimile copies, one of the older one and one of the current one. I don't know, I'm weird like that, but I picked up a copy for the giveaway bin.
Right.
And then I picked up a copy for the giveaway bin of the new facsimile for New Mutants 98, which confuses me that they're doing this again already, because like this was just like, seems like this was just last year that they did this one. But I don't, there's so many books out there that they could do facsimiles of. I really don't understand why we're doing reissuing facsimiles that have only been out a year ago, and they're not, like, I don't know.
I like
what they're
the
going to do
DC
then?
ones. I really do not like that cover. I don't know why. I
didn't like it either, DM. I didn't like it,
dude.
I'm not a fan
Come
of
on.
If you,
I'm not a
it just
fan.
this is like screams the original so bad. It's like, yes,
Good 90s
It
for me.
looks like the inside of a frying pan. It's so cool. Come on.
You know that Jim Lee Wildcats or whatever from the silver one, where that one's dope from back in the day, but that one's horrible.
Yeah.
Well,
I like it.
I wasn't gonna pick it up at all, and then I was like, saw that one. I was like, oh, all right, fine.
Yeah, I like the
Golden
embossment on
Age.
it.
Just a one shot. I really wanted to get. They had the incentive, the foil virgin variant of
Alan Scott.
The
Alan
original
Scott.
Green Lantern.
That looks so sexy to me, and I really wanted to grab it, but they had an $80 price tag on it, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, that just ain't gonna happen. I'll just get the A cover."
No, you get a 9.8 in a few months for $80.
See, now I wouldn't mind having that cover. That's better than the other cover.
Yeah.
And I may
That's the cover I got. That's I think a knock.
Yeah, there was another cover that had like it wasn't a Scotty Young, but it was kind of kiddish, weird art on it too.
It's a hip.
Yeah, I thought about it for half a second, and then I found this one. I said, all right, I'm just going to go with that cover. That's good. And then making his way the only way he knows how, and that's just a little bit more than the law allows. I Am Batman with Sinestro. So that's my one Batman book for the week. I didn't pick up the Batman Incorporated, and I didn't pick up the Batman Red Hood. And I don't know, was there a fourth book I missed? I'm not remembering off the top of my head, but that's it.
Yeah, the that Alan Scott cover, I saw Mark had it, and I thought it was nice too. But $80 for a one shot, that's a little heavy. Like I just made the joke. Yeah, you can get the 9.8 for $80 in a couple months. I think now that I said it, I think that is legitimate.
That's probably true.
That black background might be a little tough.
2 to 3 weeks from now, you can probably pick it up for $35-$40. So, you know, I'll if I care, I'll about it then. I'll think about it in a couple weeks when my shop still has it, but because they don't have a ton of people who buy those books, But
$80, my goodness.
well, you know what he did. I'm sure that it has a temporary spike on eBay because usually that's how they price some of their incentives. Is the day that they're coming, they look at eBay the day before or the day after for some of that stuff, and they go, "Oh, people are asking $100 for it, then we'll ask 80," type of thing. And hey, I don't begrudge them. You're that's where you make your money as an LCS. You can do that, and on those incentives, you're not marking it. They're not playing the game of back issue bins at the register stuff, so that's fine. And I'll make my decision as the consumer, so whether or not I want to spend that money or not. I mean, I will say that I have spent way more than I thought I ever would for an incentive in the past. I mean, the most I've ever paid for an incentive in store, I don't even remember what book it was, but I remember paying $180 for an incentive ratio, and it was I think it was like
you don't even remember.
It might have been a 1 in 100.
Okay.
But I mean, it might have been only a 1 in 50. But it was just like stupid. It was a stupid hot book that had multiple first appearances, and it was in a major franchise. It was probably either Star Wars or
Batman. High Republic, yeah.
I don't think it was a High Republic book. I think it was a Darth Vader book or something. But I don't. It doesn't matter. I've told in the past. Oh no, I knew. Remember, it was a Dr. Afro book actually. But I've told my LCS, hey, look, put them in my box. I'll take them. There's a threshold where it's automatic. After that, they usually will ping me and they'll go, hey, do you want this or not? But I like to do what I can to support the LCS.
Gary, my man, did you visit Rhino today?
I did.
Show
Even
us
had
what
time
you got.
to read a few.
Oh.
So we're going to, of course.
Hold on. This is my first time seeing this background. This is pretty cool.
It's not done yet. I got more pictures to frame and put up.
Yeah, it looks good, my man. Looks good.
Yeah. Right. My first video back, I made a Comic Vet reference. I said I'm rocking the Comic Vet background. It's not as well as him.
I'm gonna have to trademark this white wall.
I like that drawing of Conan in the background there. Like, I think it's on your left.
Soul Twice.
Oh, the Soul Twice.
Yeah. There we go.
Oh, there's another drawing from Shop I got going up. That's really beautiful too. There's more Conan going up. A great print of Spider-Woman by Steve Leialoha, who signed it also.
Nice.
So,
right on.
Mark
Look at you supporting Canadian artists. I'm impressed.
I love Steve Leialoha, and he's got one of the most fun names to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't live far from me. I'll be honest.
You should hang out with him, Chris. Go ahead.
I'm gonna be sending Chris books to get signed.
Yeah, I've seen him in New Comic Book Day and other comic shops quite a few times over the last few years.
Well, let him know he's got a fan in Rochester, New York.
No problem.
But anyway, Damage Control, number 4. I'm getting this purely because I got the old Damage Controls back in the day. I haven't read it. Everyone's bombing it. I hope I at least get some mild enjoyment out of it.
Well, it's got Doom in it, so it can't be that bad.
Right? Then, Spider-Man 2. Because we got the Spider-Women on it. If it's got the Spider-Women on it, they pried the money out of my wallet. Got this cover as well of it.
Nice.
And, of course, I got Spider-Man The Lost Hunt, but I got this cover.
Nice.
I
Perseverance.
just thought this was a really nice cover.
Yep.
So I can't wait to read that miniseries. I think that'll be good. Surprise, great book of the week for me, and I haven't seen any of you with it yet, is The Approach. Which I thought was just an absolutely
was that this week or was that last?
That was a couple weeks ago.
Okay,
or last week.
Yeah.
Okay, who is it?
Yeah,
it's Boom Studios. I don't think I've ever read the team before, but it's great. It's at an airport in the middle of a killer winter storm, like the worst they've seen, and they're trying to land a plane safely. They do. They're getting the people inside. They're doing what they can. They're opening vending machines. They're getting blankets and coats out of their car. They got 20 passengers that they're trying to take care of with them. And out of nowhere, this biplane shows up from the past, which shouldn't be there, and crashes there. And horrific hijinks ensue just in time to leave a good cliffhanger for you.
Nice.
So this ticked a bunch of boxes for me. It ticked my isolation horror box, which I love. It ticked my monster box at the very end. It's good horror, very John Carpenter-ish.
Mark the tape, tickled his box. Got it.
Right?
Giant box.
Flip it.
Further,
you had me at Carpenter.
Tickling.
Oh my god!
I had to get two because it's a
on that
homage.
Damn, I thought I was being different. You got one
box
too.
is fully
Nice.
tickled now. It's having a good giggle.
What's happening to the show?
Everyone's just giggling and tickling Gary's box.
Right? And then to bring the box to its climax, we're getting Gun Honey.
Very good.
Nice cover. I love this first 4-issue miniseries. I thought it was really good. I like the writing.
Yes.
I like the crime noir.
Yes.
But probably the cover of the week for me is this Gun Honey one by Selena. Who just knocks
why
it
would
out
that be,
every
Gary?
time
I can't imagine why.
No,
that's the one.
I know it's the easy thing to say, Chip, but honestly, I just really love her art. Like every time
It is
she
a
does
great
cover,
art.
it's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, she got a nice pair of art.
I agree.
Yeah,
I got that covered as well.
Yeah.
And then lastly, to tickle the Savage box, Lord of the Jungle.
I did see that.
So hopefully the story inside is as spectacular as I think this cover is.
So is that supposed to be a Greystoke story or Tarzan story?
Yes.
Okay.
Because Dynamite has the rights to Tarzan, so they do a Lord of the Jungle every now and then.
All right. Brian, thanks for joining us, my man.
And that's it, guys. That's all I had. Light week.
Very good. TW, thanks for joining us, my man.
What's up, guys?
All right, I'm going to throw my fellow Canadian into the hot seat. Travis, man, show us what you got.
No new books.
That's okay.
But I'll tell you, like, what I got. Like, I did get that Golden Age, that the one Rob got. I did get Gun Honey, the one that Gary got. The Death of Superman, the sealed one, but I am going to probably purchase the other one as well, the Cemento variant.
Yeah.
I got Spawn 335, and I got that Detectives Comics 38, and then Wildcats, the Art Germ variant. But that's not what I'm here to show off. I'm here to show off this. I just got this in a couple of days ago from Rob's Fat Stax. I won this, the Civil War, signed by...
There's a box.
Neil Adams. Awesome. Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Yeah. What a great cover, too.
I know how, and I know you had to struggle to get through that packaging to get that out, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Mad Spidey, my man, hope that you're doing well.
Spidey. Now, everything I show after that will not be that great, but I did pick up some back issues, Spawn 14, The Clown, and The Violator. This was a couple weeks ago that this came out before Halloween. For some odd reason, I pre-ordered this and it was free. And I looked at the top and it's a retailer incentive. So I'm not sure how I got this for free, but okay.
Chopping block. All right.
Interesting.
Where's Chop and Drop when you need them?
Yeah, right. I just
might be hanging out, man. Chop's a good dude. He's always lurking by.
Oh, he's probably watching this on the rewind. So like, shout Chop and Drop out, man. Chop and Drop, you're the freaking best, my man. I just got this from Batmite, which is added to my Spawn collection. Spawn number 9, first appearance of Angela.
Yep.
Controversial book in its day.
Yes.
Picked up some DC keys. This is a second print of Green Arrow #1 Quiver by Kevin Smith. I had to get this because I like to get everything by Kevin Smith. And then, of course, I did have this, but I'm not going to show it off. Well, I guess I just did, but...
Don't show it off. Rewind.
I picked up a few other DC keys that I like because they're cheap, and this is a character I like and a title I like. Animal Man number 8. This is the first appearance of the second Mirror Master, Evan McCulloch. So it's strange that he's showing up in an Animal Man book, but
yeah, he's a Flash dude.
Yeah, one of the Flash's rogues, like one of the best ones. But like, I can't find a cheap one of Captain Cold. He's one of my favorite ones.
Right.
Shout out to Flash by Night. He'll probably like this. This is the Flash Secret Files and Origins number 3. This is the first appearance of Hunter Zolomon. So before he turns Zoom, I think a couple of in a different title he reveals himself as Zoom, but this is the first appearance of him as Hunter Zolomon.
Awesome.
And next up, I got Batman 619, the first appearance of Hush, Tommy Elliott.
Oh, very cool.
Good for you.
The villain's cover.
Yeah.
Had to get this one.
That Hush may be going somewhere.
Yes.
Speckity
specs back on Hush.
You hope if DC movies can ever use more than 2 different Bat villains.
Yeah. Hush and the Court of Owls would be a great change of pace.
Oh, geez. Could you imagine?
Yeah. And this is the last one I have, and it's fire. It's a 12 center Batman versus Eclipso, hero and villain.
Nice.
Oh, that's nice
that
and
cover.
clean too. Look at that.
Yeah.
Clean.
Yeah.
Brave and the Bold 64.
Nice.
Very nice.
Love it.
Heck Ortiz, my man, thanks for showing up. Appreciate your time. He's saying that 619 is such a good cover.
Yeah.
Louis showing some appreciation for Eclipso. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's a better cover.
Yeah, Brave.
Then I might as well show this off too, just because I just got that slab in, but
Nice.
got these in.
Oh, nipple covers.
Two
No,
guys,
I
one
could
show.
literally do that, and like I'm known. I'm just gonna say it, I sometimes do a tit slap, and I could easily put these on there and do a video of me tit slapping his faces.
You gotta wait though, Travis, for the Fat Stax nipple tassels to come out to go with them.
Yeah.
Get him
Coming
spinning in
soon to a
opposite
merch store
directions.
near you.
That's hilarious.
That was pretty good, TM. Thanks, my man. It's been a while since you've been on my channel, so I'm thankful that you made a.
Yeah, I'll be around more and more often now. Like there was a few months where it's just some stuff was happening, but I got them stuff handled and that, and it's starting to calm down over here on my end. So you'll see a lot more of me.
Got the bodies buried. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
We've all been there, except for Chip. Chip, show us what you got.
I got nothing.
Oh, good. All right, that was
Don't
good.
be
Good
playing that
teasing.
game with
I'm
me.
teasing. I'm teasing. So this is comics this week or over the past week, or I don't know.
Right.
Anyway, I did get this one in,
Yeah.
which I
Last
thought
week.
was a very cool cover.
Awesome.
And then I also did get this one that came in, which I hate.
Yeah, it's not my favorite.
That looks like Nick Cage.
Yeah, it does actually. Yeah, that's what it does. 793.
Crotch
This
shot.
one.
Love it.
Yeah.
Crotch shot. Yeah, can't go wrong.
Mm-mm.
It's a weird
Junkyard
poses on
Joe. I didn't pick this up. I guess maybe this was last week. I don't know. I didn't pick it
That's
up.
pretty
though,
good.
so-
Oh, that I like Junkyard Joe, but I didn't have that cover.
it. Yeah,
That's
they're
cool.
onto something. They're onto something right now with that universe.
Yeah, definitely. Behemoth. That's how you say it. I was like, how the frick do you say this word? Behemoth. Just a cool cover. I don't know anything about it. Billionaire Island, Cult of the Dogs. I have no idea.
Never
Trying to
heard
get
of
more
that.
independent. Yeah, I'm trying to get more independent and try to not rely so much on the Star Wars stuff and the Marvel.
If you want to get more independent, maybe you should move out of your mom's basement.
Thanks. Wow.
Man, that was a
Joe
tag
had to
on
be
the
gone
cards.
today.
Hi, Chip.
Wow.
Continue, buddy.
I gotta move out of my wife's basement. That's what it is. Traveling to Mars.
What are they doing
Got
to
a
that
cool
nice
cover.
Gibson? Like, come on.
Yeah, you know.
Put the guitar in the ground.
I did pick up the old. I had to get one, so
Star Wars purple variant.
Star Wars.
Nice.
That Fantastic Four. Picked up the franchise.
I hate that cover. Seriously.
I gotta admit,
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of JR's artwork for this particular volume. The storytelling is better than the artwork, and the first few issues that wasn't saying much.
There has been some covers where I've looked at, I'm like, man, that's a fucked up looking face, and then I find out it's JR, and I've been afraid to say anything because I know he's so popular, but I don't know.
It's okay.
I'm not digging it. And then finally, I did pick up this one, which
What?
Extreme.
Did not see that.
With fire? Is that Firestar in the back?
No, it
No,
looks
okay.
like a big.
It looks like a pumpkin.
Yeah, the
It
pumpkin.
does. Okay, I thought
it
it
was
had
Firestar too,
for a
Gary.
second.
Yeah.
We get
Hey, Rob, if you ever want to change your name,
Deadpool.
What's
Got
that?
Deadpool in
you
the
ever want to
there.
change your channel name? Rob
Deadpool?
Goblin.
Yeah.
Why would I want to change my name? That sounds
Because
like
Rob
a porn
Goblin
name.
is cool.
That's like a porn name.
Yeah.
So,
Gay porn.
so I got that.
Not
But
that
that's
there's
not all.
anything
folks.
wrong with that,
That's
right,
not
Rob?
all.
Didn't say there was. I'm just saying that's what it sounds like. That's not my channel.
Are you sure? Only slabs?
Pretty sure.
Yeah. So if you do hang out and you are available on Only Slabs
On Rob Goblin's
Saturdays
channel.
at Rob Goblin's channel,
Yeah.
who's hosted by this cool cat.
Yes, sir.
Hashtag
Hey, I'm noticing a
scan
trend
it.
with Chip. I'm noticing a pattern with those two logos you just showed there.
What about him?
That they came from your hand.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I sent him something.
Yeah, because I totally forgot you sent it to me. So I don't know if you see my video yet, but anyway. So this was actually from my win from Only Slabs.
Yes.
So that came in this morning. Love this cover. It's a cool cover. I like
Yeah,
it.
it is.
70s
Nice
retro-y.
postmodern, very nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look at that. 670. You already seen these, Chris.
I know.
No, I haven't seen them.
That is sexy.
Wait.
That is.
So what you're saying is you didn't watch Only? Oh man.
Probably
1
the
in
second.
10. Look at that.
Yeah, that
beautiful.
cover is nice.
Yeah, that cover is
Such a
nice.
good
Yeah.
series too.
It
Yeah,
really
it
is.
Yeah.
is. It's a great series, definitely. X Corp. 3 milligrams.
Right. Another postmodern artwork.
Yeah. Kind of digging that. Like this one as well.
Wow. No, I like that one.
Yeah.
Calling you, Chris. It's calling you.
Yeah.
Calling
There's
you.
nothing
know.
wrong with a 1 in 10 ratio.
I thought I claimed that one, Rob. I don't know how they ended up in Illinois.
To be truly cantankerous, I hate that costume too.
And then
Yeah.
the creme de
New
la crop
costume
is
actually
this
stuck
one right
around.
here.
Yeah, look at that.
Finally got my first 2099 comic ever.
And you got
Wow.
the first appearance of Hulk 2099.
Look at that. All
Those
for
nails.
free from just watching Rob's show. So you guys got to watch Only Slabs
Sorry.
with Chris and Rob.
Chris has
Oh.
he's got some sort of inadequacy or something. He's trying to.
Yeah, he's definitely compensating or something. I mean,
I heard
jealous.
I heard Beckerman was replacing Chris.
really? Oh,
There's no way a Chiefs fan would take my.
taking away
There's
the Bills.
no way that's gonna happen. And all right, Taylor should have moved to Canada. Were you gonna say something else, Chip? Yes,
Oh
more.
no, I'm done. I am done.
TW,
No more.
Yeah, hang on.
Okay.
He fell.
And
He can't
just
get
want to
up.
say the Devils are on a 7-game win streak.
Listen, I had to get my frozen pizza out of the oven, so
Okay.
we're gonna do this in record time. So I'm hungry. God damn it! So
Right. Your hair
Thanks for
looks
telling
so
your mom,
good
number
today,
11.
man. Your hair looks
So
wonderful.
did you like that one or what?
you can find out at 8:30 tonight.
Okay.
You stealing my thunder?
How
There,
about that
Chip.
one?
Moon Knight.
Tell us a little bit about it.
Do a power mom.
Tell us what you thought of that one.
Okay, now a legitimate question, TW.
Yeah.
Do a power bomb. Top 3 limited series for you this year.
Oh, it's the best one of the year by a lot. Everything else has been
Is
garbage
it?
this year.
Okay.
Ghost Rider.
I don't know why you're buying that book anymore.
Uh-uh.
I was gonna get
Graves,
that.
number 1.
I had that in my hand.
Is that an image?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wild Crap, number 1.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Oh.
Nostalgia by Taylor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Grifter's
Gospel,
the
number
cool
1.
Gospel. Didn't see that.
Should have just been called JSA number 1.
Hey.
Fantastic 1, because there's only one of the members in this book.
Mm-hmm.
Called it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Life on Mars
What to do with a Gibson on Mars?
and Speculation.
But we haven't seen that cover yet.
That's
Yeah,
a
this
new.
is
Yeah, it's a
the
different
A
cover.
cover, the pussy cover. That's the
Okay.
only one
Yeah.
my LCS had. So there you go. That's all I got.
That
You
was
can
So,
find out what I thought about them at 8:30. So.
What's going on with that Miles behind you there?
Oh, I might have won that on Mr.
Ooh.
Lynx's channel the other night.
Look at that.
Nice.
Have you
That's
had it out of the
nice.
box yet?
No, because I'm not sure what I'm doing with it.
I could give it a nice home.
I can sell it to you for a great exchange rate. So trade you. How about that? I'll trade you for an actual good comic.
Excellent.
Well, everyone, that was our new comic book day. We're just crossing over the hour mark. I do want to point out, make sure that you check out Taylor Winder's comic book review tonight. Also, head over to Sector 2815. I believe that Paul's going to be doing another Guess That Key. And if you're not subscribed to Paul, you are doing life incorrectly. Truly.
To speak on Sector 2815, I'm actually going to be on that show at the end of the month.
Oh,
For Guess
congratulations.
That Key. So I'm super excited to join them. And you guys will never guess the key that I have because I haven't showed it. I haven't told anybody what it is. I even have it on me and I didn't show it tonight.
Oh, because I was just going
Is
to
that the
guess
one
that
you-
Brave and the Bold, but okay.
And Kevin Smith that he wasn't supposed to show.
Gary, what do you got coming up on your channel?
For the tomorrow night, we have Bearded Comic Bro on In the Hot Seat with the Usual Suspects. Savage Saturday Comic Review on Saturday. Go figure. And then next week we have Brian LCS on the Tuesday, the 10-1-1, and on the Thursday in the Hot Seat. So
Nice.
2 theme weeks in a row with guests.
Yeah, and I think voting is about to come to an end for the Comic Book Community Awards that Brian is at the helm of.
Yeah.
I
think
Chip,
that's-
what's happening on the White Shadow 1 YouTube channel?
Just got some unboxings. I got a couple things being sent in. I did pick up that Superman. I did get the 1 in 25 and a couple others. So I'll get those opened up. I got a slab that's coming in, and I got some figures that are coming in. So that's about it. And then I just dropped a video earlier today. So that's it.
Cool. Jim, my
Some
man,
gaming.
what's happened?
Zero.
Zero.
Zero's happening right now. I'll let you know when something big happens. But no,
Sounds
I don't have
good.
anything planned right this minute.
My fellow Canadian, what's happening?
Well, we just had Between the Lions on this past Monday. We had Ignacio on, me and Roscoe. Next week, I think we'll have Manny on, and it'll be over on Geek Out with Roscoe's channel.
Very nice.
Not sure about that. If it's not Manny, it's going to be somebody else. There might be. We're still in talks right now. I'm going to have one of the Bearded and Cole's comic cover challenge. They just released that, so I'll be doing one and dropping that in the next week. Other than that, you could check out Nick's Kicks and Comics tomorrow. 2 Nerd Dads. I also do a video for them every week. And yeah, other than that, just hanging out on other people's channels.
Yeah.
Terrific. Partner, what's coming up this weekend? I know.
Well, for the weekend,
right.
tomorrow I will drop my Adrian actual Dracula mystery box. Finally, that unveil is happening this Saturday on Only Slabs, 11:30 a.m. Pacific, 2:30 p.m. Eastern, over on the Rob Fat Stax channel. We will have Team Ohana, our first two guest show.
Wow.
As a tag team tag team it together, I guess. So
Tag team back again.
sounds like it could be something. And then the slab fun will just continue. As Monday's mail call is going to be a signature series mail call. Nothing but signature series books coming back from various facilitators and whatnot. A whole bunch of slabs, including a slab that got a grade bump after a Kraken.
Nice.
So that's good. And then Thursday is going to be a whole submission from CBCS, including a ton of ASM and some Golden Age. So,
cool.
Ooh.
TW still there?
No, he's eating pizza.
I'm eating pizza, but yeah.
What's coming up after tonight?
That's all I got, man. I don't know. I'll figure out something.
All right.
At some point in December,
pretty sure you're subscribed. Hit the notification bell on the Taylor Winder channel, so that way you are alerted
or
to
do
that whenever this content.
Or to do what everyone else has been doing, an unsub for me. I'm dropping almost down below 900 subs again. So just keep unsubbing, and I'll get my way down to 1, and then I'll be fine. So
this is not true.
Okay, I'll go unsub now.
Myself, everyone, I just dropped a Walmart video yesterday featuring a couple Marvel and a DC pack that I found recently. I do have some other Walmart stuff I'm going to be setting up soon. Also, I'm going to be in the next little bit coming out with my next chapter for my personal my classic ASM collection from 1 to 50. The next look I'll be taking a deep dive into 39 through 30. And in amongst those books will be the first book that I picked up to start that whole crazy rabbit hole that took me well over 10 years to finish. But with that said, you can catch me this weekend on Rob's Fat Stax for that little show that we like to call Only Slabs. Again, Timo Ohana is going to be there. This is going to be the second time that Ohana Comics has made an appearance on our Saturday show, but the first time he's going to be coming in like a tag team, like Rob just said.
Yeah.
I enjoy Richard a lot. I like his content. He just rolled over 1,000 subscribers, I believe, last month. He's a good dude who does a lot of good things in the community. Sunday night, you can catch me at Week's End. We'll probably be doing a deep dive into Wakanda Forever. If I know Marky's going to want to talk about the last MCU project for this calendar year that's going to be in theaters. I know we have Guardians coming afterwards on TV. But that's about it for me. And then again, next Wednesday, we'll be doing this one more time. Gentlemen, all of you on the panel, thanks for coming out. I really appreciate it. I say it every time. When I start the show, I'm never sure if anyone's going to show up. So it's good to know I got friends like you guys. And everyone that's hanging out in the chat and spend a little bit of time with us, thank you for that. And enjoy your new comic book day. And get out there and support your small business known as the LCS.
Yeah.
And just because TM is a Chiefs fan, we're going out like this.